Hey guys, it's Angelo, and this morning something has happened to me that has literally never happened to me before. I got kicked from a PUG group for heroic Kil'jaeden. For some of you, this may not be that big of a deal. People get kicked all the time, and honestly, we all move on. Because at the end of the day, this is just a game, and the people I encounter or we encounter through PUGs will probably never interact with me again. The problem here, however, isn't that I got kicked, but rather why I got kicked. Let me start from the beginning. Now, in order to protect this person's identity, I won't post you chat logs or anything. You will simply have to believe me that what I'm about to tell you happened, and believe me, it did. Usually, I don't do many PUG raids. I typically raid with my guild, unless it's for another chance for bonus loot via the roles, for the weekly raid quest, or to just help out some friends. This morning, however, I decided to PUG Kil'jaeden heroic, as I was gone over the weekend and didn't have the chance to kill him on Sunday with the guild run. So, I found a group in the tool, queued, and whispered the leader my achievements. Now, keep in mind that I have not killed Kil'jaeden on heroic difficulty yet, but simply brought him to 3% HP. Now, I have killed Goroth and Harjatan on Mythic, and generally those two achievements get me into any group, no matter if Heroic is clear or not. The reason that KJ isn't dead for me on Heroic yet is that, again, I was gone over the weekend, and so I missed the best chance of that first kill that I had for now, but that's perfectly fine. So anyways, I whisper the leader, explain the situation to him, and he tells me that that's perfectly okay. However, if he sees me failing, or not doing enough damage, then he will have to replace me. Fine by me, I said, as doing enough damage has never been an issue for me, and doing mechanics is perfectly fine for me as well. He even asked me how much time I had at hand, as this raid may take a while to form and to kill Kil'jaeden, and once more I said that that's perfectly fine by me, I've got time. Fast forward a bit, and the group is full and we're in front of the boss. First pull goes okay honestly, we bring the boss to 54%, and out of 10 DPS, I am 8th. As all of my Shadow Priest friends out there know, Shadow isn't the strongest of all specs when it comes to Kil'jaeden. Specifically, it's honestly one of the weaker ones, if not the weakest. No big deal for me though, as I was not last on DPS anyway, and my chance to do DPS comes with my execute. On top of that, the only reason we truly wiped is because our druid healer disconnected when we popped Bloodlust after around 2 seconds, meaning the raid had to 2-heal it. This resulted in a DPS dropping dead, and ironically, the lead, who was a shaman heal, got knocked off the platform from the singularity, therefore officially calling it a wipe. So after the wipe, we food back up, discuss tactics on Discord again, and get ready to pull once more. Literally, after the first Armageddon rain, we failed to soak one of the little swirls, giving us all the debuff, therefore killing our boomkin and one healer in the process. We wipe immediately, and here's where the story takes a ridiculous turn. Instead of looking at the true problem here, which was not soaking the swirls, the raid leader says, "Alright, I'm gonna kick low DPS, so Shadow Priest, you will need to go." Once more, I wasn't last on DPS, and haven't failed to do a mechanic thus far. I respectfully told him that Shadow Priests won't do much more damage in phase 1, and there are specs in our raid who could be performing better for what potential they have in the class, but aren't. Either way, damage didn't wipe us, but failing to do mechanics did. Moments after this, the leader tells me that he's sorry, but I will have to go. Of course, I didn't make a big deal out of it, and just told the raid to have a good one, and left. Now, as you can hear, I'm getting pretty into the story, so I'll slow it down again a bit, I'm sorry. This demonstrates a huge issue in the PUG system, and even though I have never suffered from this myself up until now, I can now see that there are probably loads of players out there who get served this injustice. The Tomb of Sargeras has now been out for roughly 3 weeks, a little bit less, but PUG groups out there, due to the anonymity via the internet, and due to this constant, self-created pressure of only taking the best of the best, creates a very strict and unfriendly environment. This, along with misinformation and misinterpretation of certain important game aspects, for example like Shadow Priests or Warriors doing serious damage only once in execute range for a regular single target focused fight, creates huge problems for both sides of the fence. Players like me, who simply play a class that isn't the strongest in very specific situations, just get kicked. Little Billy over here, who plays a Beastmaster, only needs to press 3 buttons and does twice my damage, while raid leaders are pressured by their raid to only invite the seemingly best people, which includes Little Billy. This leaves absolutely no freedom for the fun factor in PUG raiding, and people who don't have much time on their hands to play WoW, even though they might be good or not, will always struggle with clearing heroic content now, because they have no solid means of being allowed entry into a group that can support their ambitions to clear the content. This forces them to run LFR and normal mode, which in return is literally completed within a single day for pretty much anyone, so it's literally seriously underwhelming content. Now, I won't go into detail about how this could be fixed in this video, as that is something to discuss in and on its own terms, but let me know what you guys think. Should we as a community try and solve this issue somehow? Should Blizzard step in and find a solution to the somewhat toxic behavior of a community that had always been renowned for its openness, friendliness, and creativity? I'd be interested in seeing what you think, my friends, but for now, we'll leave it at that. Have a good one. I hope you won't get kicked out of your next PUG group you join, and I will see you all in the next one.